Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Yo, Ramon, back in the zone for the whole city I'm putting on, man. And you know who I got with me? Starting to my right, I got my big dog,
BMP,
my boy,
Camacho,
my dog.
Oz, what's up?
And today, we are presenting to you Wakanda Forever, the review. And this is what it is, man.
Right.
Well, when we seen that shit, like, Friday? Thursday?
we saw it Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
So we a little late.
Bro,
But,
how do you feel about, because Wakanda's got this.
yeah.
And I noticed that for the Talokans.
We were saying that
They
when
were
we
like-
walked back to the car. They got that.
Yeah.
Is this like a conch shell opening up?
Ain't
I was
nobody-
like, Kamehameha.
Yeah, I was like, they got that. Kamehameha.
I said ain't nobody going up
it
to
doesn't hit,
Namor.
man.
It's like you
Ain't
got
nobody going up to
vibranium,
Namor
you
for
got
that.
like a symbol.
Yeah. No
If you got vibranium, you got a symbol.
Yeah, you need a symbol,
You
but
need
give
a
me a harder
symbol.
symbol than this.
You could have just saluted, bro. That should have been better. But,
Bro,
you know,
facade or something.
we here trying to present the review, man, and we just, I don't know who want to start it off, man.
Let Camacho start it off.
Yeah, Camacho.
Alright, Wakanda, great movie. One of the best dialogues, probably the best movie in Phase 4.
No shot.
Super great dialogue, great dialogue. The action wasn't necessarily right in there, but the movie didn't necessarily need action. It had the great dialogue, it had great character development from Sherry. The scenes were amazing, great tributes to the fucking Chadwick, which is awesome. What else? What you got?
No, this is yours. No. This is yours because you're the one that liked it the most.
Right.
So, we got dialogue, we got
Dialogue. Yeah, like what else can you hit on it?
Dialogue
The movie,
tribute.
the movie was great. It had great dialogue.
That's a
it was
9 for you,
emotion.
dialogue tribute.
Yeah. I mean, what's a 9 from you?
A 9 for me has got story, has got action.
That's
it goes
what
above
all.
and
That's
beyond
what
I
all
think.
Black Panther got. Bro.
No, it doesn't.
What?
The action sucks.
The
Visuals
action was
aren't
there.
great.
How was the visuals not great?
It was blurry.
How was it blurry, bro? You probably went to a nasty movie theater or something.
The
The movie theater that I went to, it was not dark.
It was not dark at all.
Y'all, you was
It
mentioning
was
that
dark,
earlier.
bro.
It was
The
dark
contrast
as
with-
fuck, dude.
You-
All the night scenes, we
Don't go
couldn't
to that
see
movie theater
shit.
again because the
We could not
contrast
see
was not an
shit.
issue at all. It was not no Game of Thrones like.
That's what it felt like.
contrast and shit.
It felt like Game of
It felt
Thrones,
like it
bro.
was clear. It was
dark
a
as
super
fuck,
clear
bro.
movie. The audio was there. I don't know, like the movie was great. The movie.
I'll
is
say
a
this.
great
I'll
movie.
say this. Black Panther 1 visually is better.
How is
Than
Black
this.
Panther 1 visually better than Black Panther Wakanda?
When you enter Wakanda and it opens up and that landscape hit,
And it goes
It don't
they literally
don't
had
hit,
that
it don't
shit.
hit the same, bro.
They
I
literally
promise you.
did the
It
same
did not
thing.
look as good.
It did the
I promise you,
same
damn
thing.
near every scene, even the scenes with the little nigga in the hood and shit, that set up the vibe perfectly. Then the Wakanda's getting there. This is the beginning of the movie, Black Panther 1. You know what I mean? And they're talking to young Eric or his dad and shit. Even those scenes still are captivating. These scenes were just kind of like, I like the flood scenes. They did have a couple shots, but the main ones, like when we re-enter Wakanda, kind of typical, kind of mediocre.
Mediocre because, bro, like, let's talk about even the technology, because the technology in Wakanda really, like, set up, like, yo, they're advanced as fuck.
These niggas
This
have
one,
fruit
they didn't-
stands and shit.
They didn't really do much because, like, the technology for them going through into the city of Wakanda, the first time, it was, like, some holographic, they just went through it.
Facts.
And you're like, yo, this shit is fire. This time, they downgraded. They went to, like, a...
They had
thing,
the
and
water
then
shit.
went
They
back
were
and I was
tapping the
like,
water.
I think those are
Gates.
just different entrances.
Oh, right,
like they
right.
have
I
different
didn't mind
ways to
that.
open it. But I still don't think none of that doesn't make sense compared to like how the visuals are better than Wakanda too. Like I
Okay,
feel
then
like the
look at
visuals
Atlantis.
and the CGI are way better.
How do you feel about Atlantis?
Atlantis was looking nice. What do you mean?
Trash.
How is it not looking bad?
Well, let's compare
And Atlantis,
It just
DC
looked like a dark
Atlantis.
hole.
right? But you're comparing Aquaman. The main focus is Atlantis. This is a Wakanda movie. Like think about the music, the theme. Like it's all in Wakanda. And
But
what's
you're
going on.
Yeah,
But you're comparing it to like a movie that's like, the Atlantis and Aquaman is obviously gonna be better because that's the main. That's literally Aquaman's home.
That's
his
Namor's
crib.
home. That's Namor's
That's
home.
Namor's
Yeah,
home.
but
You're
Namor is
introducing
just
the
the
whole society.
villain, right? And they introduced it pretty well. Like, what the fuck y'all wanted? Like a sidetrack, a fucking
I
animal
wanted to
history
be able to
itself?
see. I wanted to be able
But
to
you did see it though. How did
You're
you
telling
not
me
see
what
it?
I saw?
The
I
best
had
thing
it.
they had was
Bro, I don't know
the
what
fucking
y'all-
sunball. That was the best thing they
That's
had
the
down there.
only
Was
thing I saw.
sunball.
You can clearly see they're not trying to spend too much time on the city. They were just
We
you
clearly
saw
seen
it.
that.
More money.
Right.
Clearly
They
seen
didn't try to
that.
spend no money
We
on
clearly
it.
seen
But the scenes that we saw were great though.
No.
Nah.
The scenes that we saw, y'all were literally the only three people saying that Wakanda was not a great movie to be honest.
We just showed you a review.
Bro, you showed me
Okay,
one
okay.
review. There's
Wait,
other
Because we
reviews.
wanted to make our own.
Let's
Bro,
stop arguing,
no,
bro. Let's stop arguing. Let's move on to like the good things, and then we could talk about the bad things.
Right.
All right. So you said your good things. Are you good?
He said dialogue and
So it's the
the
dialogue, The tribute was great. The character development on Sherry was awesome. Like, you never really see that too much on...
100%.
That character development was better than, in my opinion, than any other Spider-Man I've seen, bro. That shit was crazy.
Ooh.
Like, from the start, she lost somebody, and then she lost her mom, and then she had Killmonger telling her, like, oh, yeah.
Wait.
It was it was literally some Aang type shit. Like, this man was like, oh, like, this man, when Aang literally went to go meditate, you know what I'm saying, to the Avatar, and they're like, yo, just kill the Fire Lord.
Yeah.
And that's not what Aang did. Aang did something better than that. So Shiru pretty much did, like, some Aang type shit.
100%. I do like her character development story. I thought she, especially from being a side character that was comical and shit, big step up, big improvement.
Well, she needed to step up because like,
that's what I'm saying. That's as clutch as it gets.
No, with all the delays, I didn't think it was gonna
be as
yeah. But they really well rounded her character.
Right.
Yeah.
So Marvel's ability to like sidestep and like call an audible because Chadwick died, really good.
I think it's more so Ryan Coogler, the director. I think he's more so behind it than just like Marvel. I think Marvel, depending on some of these motherfuckers, they're kind of like, but I think Ryan Coogler got the directing chops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he did good. But
To clarify though, when you say you think it's better than any Spider-Man you ever seen, are you talking about just Marvel, like MCU?
All the Spider-Mans. If we're talking about
We're going back to Toby too?
Yes, bro. If we're talking about if we're talking about character development in one film, she did it better, bro.
Yo, hold up.
What is?
Hold up.
Toby has like typical Spider-Man shit.
Right off rip, this nigga. First off, I'm gonna make the point that just because the character suffers doesn't mean that's great fucking story character development. It does add to
but
it.
It does add a lot to it. Because anyone, if it's an easy step, it's not a character development.
Boom, right off rip, Uncle Ben died.
Right.
And then
what? Aunt
May gets attacked.
No, Aunt May does get attacked. His girlfriend's getting thrown off a fucking bridge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking.
So a lot of
Harry's not even his best friend for real. You know what I'm saying? And he hates his fucking Spider-Man and shit like that.
But that's all personal issues.
And I have to fight your best friend.
Shiru had to heal personal issues, and her country is also like in a very fragile situation. So that's a lot of more pressure. So it's not like Spider-Man's dealing with his personal shit, superhero shit. She's dealing with all that shit and her nation fucking shit.
But I mean, that's the first movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Right. And that's why it adds to that. That she overcame. The path is easier. That's why I'm saying she had a better character development because she went through fucking worse and still overcame that.
I don't know.
And on Spider-Man No Way Home, this motherfucker was about to fucking break like the Spider-Man code, and he had like Spider-Man's like helping him out.
No, dude, because I was just talking about the first movie. Let's talk about that second movie where he has that personal battle with like him wanting to be Spider-Man and shit like that, and him really wanted to take up that mantle, and we have the fucking Black Suit storyline, bro. In the third movie and shit like that. I mean, bro, come on, bro. I can't rock.
And I'm not saying that like Spider-Man is bad. Spider-Man is great, but I mean, we're talking about strictly character development.
You can't say that Spider-Man in Far From Home or No Way Home, he didn't get beat up more than Shuri got beat up this time.
What are you talking about? Like, literally, Shuri literally got kidnapped by Namor. She didn't even have an option.
Dude,
she didn't have powers.
She didn't get kidnapped. That was her choice.
6 stories all the way down to the building where his aunt died.
Okay, so that's that. So that's literally. So that's the action that we're talking about. Like,
and then at the end of the movie,
Shuri was still going through more shit.
Bro, at the end of the movie, everybody forgot about him. He's got nobody.
I said that too earlier.
Okay,
he lost
everybody.
And that
lost everything.
He didn't lose everything because they're still alive though.
They're still alive, but they're not with him.
Right, but you can still build those bonds again. So we're gonna see them, bro. We're gonna see them build those bonds again.
Dog, he tried to build a bond again, then he dipped. He was like, "I'm gonna go."
Right, because that was a quick scene from the movie though. It wasn't like.
I think they could probably bring it back if they want.
They're definitely
bring it
back,
but that speaks a lot to what it is.
Right, it does, and that's what I'm saying. Like Spider-Man didn't have like. I'm not saying Spider-Man had a shit character development. Spider-Man does have a great.
But his people don't have to die for him to do that. I think them dying is the typical way to develop your character.
And all this is done in one film though too. Like that's pretty like. Imagine what we're gonna keep seeing.
His character was developed in one film as well.
Well, he also had 3 films to build that out though from No Way Home.
But they were shit though.
No, they were not. They're not. But regardless if your opinion was if they were shit or not, like there were still 3 films that he had compared to Sherry, who just had to step it up and had a great character development. Which is what I was thinking the movie was more focused on just like getting that Black Panther out. Which they did great because their last Black Panther died.
So I'm not saying she didn't have great character development. She did have great character development. But apart from that, the rest of the movie's not there, bro. Action's not there. Set pieces are not there. The bad guy, he's good. I liked him. Atlantis not
Namor
there.
was the highlight of that film.
Namor's the highlight of the film.
I felt like
Atlantis
some
not
parts
there.
did drag and shit like that.
Fucking
It was
Ironheart
long.
shouldn't have been in the movie at all.
I agree. Ironheart was a complete fucking
Goofy,
waste of time.
looking goofy.
They should have just waited for. That was just. It was a bad introduction to Ironheart. So it kind of gives me already a bad taste.
You know, I
to
gave her
Ironheart,
a
the movie,
chance.
or the
I
show.
gave her a chance, but when she presented that fucking
That
corny ass suit, I was
oh.
like,
Oh.
come on.
They could have
bro.
just
I
kept
was smart
her
for
as a
nothing.
regular
Smart for nothing.
scientist, but I guess they didn't.
Smart for nothing. But I mean, I guess you can't say that you could just take her off the film because she was the one that I guess got exploited to help make the vibranium.
She's the reason they're
She's
in
the
it.
reason
She's the
everything
reason.
happened.
Yeah. So
But they coulda
just
took
to take
Ironheart,
that
though.
part out. I
Well,
feel like the story, like for me, the highlight of the story is that I feel like they put a lot of pieces together that if you do take one off, it kind of shakes it. That's why like we were going back and forth about the white nigga and shit like that. But all these pieces do feel like they matter in the movie. They don't feel like they just thrown them in.
But speaking of that,
That's what
point, you
ties
have
on the
to-
great story, like the great dialogue.
It's a
like,
great
But
story.
speaking
It
of
was
that
It's a
point,
great
you have to execute as well. So
But they did
you have
execute.
the setup, then you execute, right?
Sure.
You had the setup for Ironheart, you executed it, and it was trash.
Sure.
Right.
Especially because of the suit. It had
Sure.
a lot to do with the suit.
Sure.
You change the suit, changes the game.
So, but you don't like her character or personality, or you just
I like
feel
the
like
character. It was okay.
She
like
was
the
funny.
It was fun.
Yeah, she was
I,
fun.
But
I
the
just
suit
think it
was
was in the
just-
right
Yeah,
time
okay,
to.
fuck.
It was in the right time to
Especially
put her
coming off of
out.
Iron Man. You talking about Iron Heart? You gotta be the predecessor of that.
Like, damn. And then
You looking rough off rip.
And then the setup, like
Looking
the
rough.
setup for everybody dying, Shuri's mom dying, and then you have the actual execution of them going to the middle of the ocean, and she basically sacrificed half her military to get Namor.
I wouldn't say half a military. I felt it was just she
The
took like the
important ones.
battalion. Well, yeah, because they're like their main effort because they needed this because they needed this to work. Because
There's like 10 people at
they're
the
trying
end of
to
that shit.
avoid the war. They're not
Versus
trying to
like
have
90.
a war.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was pretty much it was a plan that worked out.
It was a
bad
50.
plan.
It was a bad plan. It
How
worked,
was it a
but it
bad
was still
plan?
a bad
Yeah,
How
plan.
was it a bad
it
plan?
works because it's in a movie. If
No.
it's real life,
Well,
they're
then
dead.
really-
They're
then-
dead.
That
Think
was
about
not
it, bro.
working.
Then what plan? All plan. That's movie planning right there for you, bro.
Bro,
It's
he gave
the
us a
same
week
real
before he
life
returned.
3-1.
We could have Home Alone Wakanda in a week. We
Right.
got that.
Don't fight your enemy in their home fucking turf, bro.
Bro,
This is how that
that's
works.
literally that is a strategy, bro. You take out the problem fast and
Not
quick,
in
bro.
the water.
But
Not
where
in the
else are you
water.
gonna approach him? Think about it. He's
Oh,
in the
man.
water.
Let him come to
So think about
us.
it.
He was coming
Yeah,
to us
he came
anyway.
They don't
to us
want to take the
before.
fight
He
to
came to us
Wakanda.
before.
Like you want to avoid as much collateral damage as possible.
They
So
moved
like
their people.
the best way to end this is just, and they're trying to end the war. They're not even trying to have a war. So it's not like if
Shuri
they're ready
wanted
for
blood.
war.
She was
No,
trying to
Shuri
get a
wanted
war.
blood, bro.
But
She was trying
obviously,
to
as we
get
saw,
blood.
she overcome
We
that.
took a war to Wakanda
And the more-
already in
the more
Endgame,
wanted blood,
or
too.
Infinity War.
Yeah, they
We
don't
already
give a
had a
fuck.
war.
Bro,
in-
this is end game. Like, there's no option here. Like, they didn't care, bro. Like, they came to Wakanda because that's the only option they have.
We got it.
But you
Wakanda
can't
got
say
it.
collateral damage.
But it's not
and
like
shit,
if
but
they
you
can
killed my
avoid
mom.
it,
We
if they
fighting
can
the fight.
avoid it, they're gonna avoid it. That's
No,
what they did.
dog,
Clearly.
yeah. You can't say that. Shuri
What?
was really on some hate shit because he killed her mom.
Mhm.
There's no way she wasn't planning like, oh, I'm gonna get him and then change my mind and then we're gonna come back and then
Right.
he's gonna save my people. That wasn't the plan.
No, the plan was to go to they said in the movie, the plan was to go to Namor and take him out. It was an assassination plan.
Okay.
Right. They did everything what the plan was. They took him out with the ship, got him out, put him in the spot where he can't get water, because they found his weakness. They outsmarted Namor, essentially. They lured him out and they outsmarted him. Like, that's literally what happened. And then the plan was to assassinate him, but like I said, Shuri did a better plan. She avoided a war, because if it would have killed him, that's like killing a god from that civilization, like they were stating earlier. They would have started an all-out war.
But the plan was flawed because they did it in the middle of the ocean.
Like, that's the whole plan. How else are you gonna lure him out?
Well, at the end, he's like, we're gonna sit here, be patient. They're gonna come to us when the rest of the world starts going against them, and blah blah blah. So, is it really a good plan if you let your enemy live and they plot against you?
Well, I guess time will tell. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, we'll see in
It's
the
just-
movies.
it's like
like,
all part of his
but we
plan,
know
ultimately.
Namor is an
I'm like,
anti-hero.
easily you can kind of bleed into.
I mean,
his
you
plan.
can say the same thing
Yeah.
about Doctor Strange and like Wanda. Like, I don't know. Like, Marvel does this shit, so we'll see if we'll see if Wanda's gonna be good, if she's dead or alive, or what.
Well, Wanda
Okay,
took
so
herself out.
let's
Namor
talk-
is like, I'm gonna just try again.
Did Wanda actually take herself out? Because we don't fucking know.
She dropped the whole Mount one more
Bro.
on her ass.
Is she dead though? Think about it.
And
bro.
she
Is
destroyed
dead though?
And she destroyed the Darkhold in every fucking universe.
She doesn't.
Is
do
she
that.
dead though?
She's young.
Is she dead? That's a good
Let's talk
question.
about the
Is she
actress.
dead?
It's just rocks.
Is she?
Bro,
And
let's
she's
talk
the Scarlet
about-
Witch too, so. Maybe.
What?
Oh, well, there's an Agatha movie, so maybe she's Marvel.
I don't
Maybe,
think she's gonna be in that one. But.
I don't think. Yeah.
Let's talk about the action though. So when Shuri first put on the suit, I expect some Black Panther shit.
Facts.
When she actually went to fight, okay, Samosa.
Right.
When she actually went to fight and was fighting on the side of the ship, yeah, she was crawling and stuff, but was she doing anything cool? She was. If I'm seeing Black Panther,
but
fight,
it makes sense though.
I didn't see
moments,
one
but
moment.
no, I like the side of the ship.
I like
she
the
was
side of
flipping
the
and
ship.
shit like that. It might defy physics, but she was doing her thing on
That's
the side
the
of the
Black
ship.
Panther
And I didn't like the last fight scene like that.
It was trash.
I didn't like it like
It was not definitely
Trash.
definitely not too well. But the reason was because of that. Because remember, Black Panther, she really wasn't like trained like the.
Well, you're giving them excuses. I'm just taking it for what it is.
It's not excuses. It just makes sense with the story. If the story says like before that she was a scientist, she was not really like Black Panther trained. You can't just get the powers and be like, oh, I know how to fight. I know how to fight. And then when she went to try to get help from other Black Panthers, she just got told she met Killmonger, so she really didn't have much of a choice. And then they were pretty.
But she knows how to fight. She's been to battle.
Yeah, she's been battling with
Infinity
guns
War.
and stuff
She
like
went
that,
to-
and
she
she
went
was
to
using
battle.
that, as you saw, like she was using her gun when she came back
But
to the ship.
for her to
So they were
being a
doing some
scientist
Black
and
Panther.
them putting her on the field, she's got to know what she's doing.
And
out
she
there.
was. What do you mean? She literally stopped.
So she
Lamar
should be
and
knowing how to fight.
But she did. What are you talking about? She
But
literally
it's
won.
But it's a
That
bad
makes no
fight scene
sense.
is my thing. Like whether she's trained or not, it's a bad fight scene. This is it.
And plus,
I don't think that
and
end fight scene was the best. Like you know what I'm saying, like boss level fight scene. But
Yeah, I
I don't
feel
think it
like
was
that.
bad though.
It
I don't
didn't
think it
feel
was
like that.
bad.
They threw a couple.
I think the
punches.
best one was
She was
Namor
getting
coming to
rocked, be
Wakanda.
honest.
Because
Yeah,
I love
right.
Namor like zipping through the sky.
Yeah, that
shit
part,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that was some
Fighting
great
with
action
the copters.
scenes. Oh, when they first met with the bridge, when the water people came, bro, they just threw a javelin into somebody, bro. Like it had some great.
I
action.
didn't even think that was a good
It was
fight
meaningful.
scene. What was her name? The bald devil woman?
The bald demon.
Kobe.
All her fight scenes were
Kobe.
fire.
No.
What?
No.
Get out of here, bro.
He
All her
turned to
fight-
me and he was like, "That's a pretty good fight scene." I was like, "No."
What, bro?
The one on the
Those
bridge.
fight
I like
scenes
the
were
one.
fire.
I like the
All her fight
because
scenes
one.
were
I was
fire.
like, all right, we got a wannabe. She got clothesline, but that was probably it.
That was
That
the
was probably
clothesline
it.
was
She
the
had her
only
second
thing
one.
legible in the whole scene. Before then, I was like, "They're moving. I can't tell what the hell's going on."
Yeah,
That's
because they
why-
were cutting a lot.
That's why
You
I
know what
like long shots, bro. Just give
Yeah,
me a
yeah,
long
yeah,
shot and have them body each other.
Facts,
That's it.
facts.
So I could know what's going on.
Facts.
I hate movie scenes, especially fight scenes that I don't know what the hell's going on.
I agree with you. I hate that, and I'm starting to hate niggas getting stabbed and then they just shake it off. You know what I mean? She got stabbed in this, shook it off.
Right.
Toby
it
got
meant
stabbed.
nothing. It meant nothing.
I mean, but it's Toby. You know,
I also
OG and shit.
couldn't see
Fucking
it. It was
Valkyrie
too
got
dark.
stabbed. Valkyrie got stabbed.
That's just Marvel
She
shit.
shook it off.
I know what you mean. It's like
what is going on?
it takes the purpose of an injury. If you know you take if you know
It
if,
takes that threat level away.
Yeah,
from
it's
you,
like,
you know what I mean?
oh,
It's that believability of
it's like, oh, I know he's gonna come back alive, so it's like
Yeah, you'll be good.
It takes
You'll be
away
good.
from the fighting. It's like
just like we were talking about Wanda. Like
Yeah.
it's like,
Walking off.
ain't she good?
Is she? Because you know we've seen this before.
She'll
They
shake
come
that
back.
mountain off. Right.
But yeah,
It was mid.
So I mean,
for me it was mid.
It was good. It was good. I'll give it. It was good.
It was good, not as good as the first one, not as cool. I want to emphasize it wasn't as cool. Technology wasn't as cool. The vibe wasn't. The music was great, and it did have the Wakanda vibe. It just
Sure.
wasn't as potent.
facts.
my opinion.
I like the first soundtrack. The whole first one is just iconic.
It's
you know what
perfect.
I mean?
It's like
It's
the
damn near
vibe is
perfect.
perfect.
The first one,
Um,
I think the second one. Was
and
better,
it did
bro.
capture the
I think
vibe
the
way
second one was
better. I think the story in the second one is probably a bit
yeah,
better.
it's better.
It's one of the better Marvel stories, but like I just felt like the execution was off. Just
That's what I'm
in a
saying.
way.
Like I don't
In a
disagree
way.
with you when
If
you
it
say
was-
the story was great. I think it was great.
If it was a real
Everything else
tribute,
wasn't
if
that.
it was a
That's
real
the-
tribute, bruh, it would have been solid through story, visuals,
Action.
character development, action, all of that would have just 10.
I
At
think
least a
that
9.
This movie,
you know what I'm saying?
This movie
if it was a
took,
real tribute.
I feel like this movie took a different route from their typical like Marvel superhero layout movies, and it was more like an emotional roller coaster. I had more emotions to it and less fighting. So that's maybe why you guys don't like it as much. But I think that
No,
the
that's
live
not it.
action
I'm
movie
saying
was
the
good.
action when they actually fought is not good. That's what I'm saying.
But
Right. We gave
that-
credit where credit's
I feel
due,
like
bro.
if anything, like
gave
one of
credit
the,
where
if I were to
credit's
critique it, it would definitely be on iHeart and like some more Black Panther action scenes for sure. But I feel like that won't take away too much of the story. That would have been better if there was more Black Panther, more action. But the action that I seen was enough for me to be satisfied.
I don't mind the amount of Black Panther that we got. I felt like it was worth the time that Shuri's development took. And by the time she comes in the third and drops down on fucking M'Baku and them, is worth it. And
I
she
thought
looks
that was the
cool.
coolest moment in the
She
film.
looks
when
pretty
just dropped
dope.
on him, but-
Yeah. Fact. So it's kind of a fulfilling moment for me. But she need to learn how to fight. She was gonna have ass whooped. She took that elbow right to the fucking sternum. I was like,
She's
oh,
fighting, bro. She also had bro. She's fighting like a fucking fucking mutant, bro. Like she's just got her powers.
I get that, but
And this motherfucker's been around for like 500 years.
It's just hard for me to believe that.
Let's stop talking about her specifically. Let's start talking about the fighting choreography and how we film the fight and fight direction. Let's talk about that because
The
it was not good.
choreography was
I
great,
don't give a
bro.
fuck if she doesn't know how to
When that lady, I don't even know her name. Like I was the bitch with the spear, bro. When she's fighting, bro, those fight scenes were great, bro.
Oh,
When
nah,
the Spearman
son.
came in, they were great.
It should have been a little
When
more
Namor
creative.
came in and
Should've been.
Wakanda just literally was flipping shit, bro.
Dog,
Like,
off
that
of
part was awesome.
cinematography, the fighting wasn't there.
The music with it was adding to the theme, bro. I don't know, bro. I think that's
There's one part where Mbaku gets like on the fucking boat and hits the nigga with the stick and whatever, and he throws him and he pumps on his chest. I was like, bro, you barely did anything.
He just hit him with the
And then right
stick
after
and
that, he gets fucking knocked across the fucking water.
That and shit. Yeah. Some
He
of
has
the
something
scenes
different.
just look too like fucking. I don't know.
Oh,
just
Marvel
like,
does that though.
hitting it. It wasn't
Marvel
hitting
does
it.
that. It's like comical shit. Like they always do this type of shit.
That's
It's like
right,
somebody
bro.
gets hit.
Because Spider-Man's action was better. Doctor Strange's action was better. Fucking Winter
No, I
Soldier.
agree. Spider-Man
Winter
had better
Soldier,
action. Spider-Man had better
Winter
action.
Soldier, they had better action scenes in this by a lot. Like,
So,
But the
dude,
movie was just not action. Like I'm not like Spider-Man, great action, bro. Great action, but better character
but for
development, better
for it
story.
to be a 9, bro, that
It
story,
has to
at
have
least
it.
story be great, action be great. At fucking least.
But I think both were great. I think it was just more dialogue, like
So you
story
say action
going to
was
the movie. Action was good.
Even though we just agreed that Spider-Man and fucking,
Yes, because there's gonna be a better movie with action, bro. Like just because Spider-Man had better action, I'm not gonna say, oh, the action scenes were better in Spider-Man, but I'm not gonna say, oh,
what would you put the action on the level with another movie?
give me a movie.
No. I'm asking you, what is the same level with another
So like
movie?
comparing it to Spider-Man No Way Home, I'll give it Spider-Man No Way Home had great action, so I'll probably give that like a 9 out of 10, and probably give this Wakanda like a 7 out of 10.
What's another 7? What's another 7?
I mean 7 for what?
Is Black Adam better action-wise?
No, Black Adam has better action. I'll give Black Adam like an 8. Black Adam was not
Nah,
more story
Black
oriented.
Adam.
It was more action, like seeing Black Adam just fucking shit up. The story was made as fuck. But great movie though.
I get an action for Black Adam like 8.5 though.
Me too.
Good
How
action.
about Winter Soldier 2? Or sorry, Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier's
Somewhere
like
at
a
8, between 9.
It's like a 9 for me.
It's hard to be Spider-Man because Spider-Man, you got so many villains. You got 3 Spider-Man, so you're bringing like it's action, bro.
Nah, I gotta give Winter Soldier a 10 for the action because that
10?
shit
I don't give 10s.
with the knife fight shit.
I don't get
That knife fight, he did that shit.
No, the knife fight is...
He did that
The
shit.
first time
That's
I saw it,
skill
I
on
was
the
like,
actor's
oh,
part.
this is
That's
what I
crazy.
like. This is what I've been missing.
Right.
The
And so when I
choreography in
watched
that movie
Black
was
Panther,
nuts.
I was like, I'm looking for that type of feeling.
Right.
I'm like,
I just
oh,
wanted
shit,
them to
they gave me
be
some
more
cool
creative
shit.
with it. Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
Right, that's what I say. Like the actions, like compared to like other movies, is not the best, but like everything else, like the story
not better
was
than
like
Man of Steel.
crazy. The story was a 9 out of 10. I think it's better than.
No,
I
not
think,
the
bro,
action,
any
bro.
Marvel
Not the
movie is
action.
better than almost
Not
all
the
the DC
action.
movies.
No.
bro.
That bitch that was
Yeah.
in Man of Steel, rock Sherry shit.
Rocks the fuck
Oh
out of
hell no! Like story. Story.
No, I'm
Or
talking
movie?
about action. You remember the bitch in fucking Man of Steel?
Okay,
No,
action.
fucking
We're
shit.
talking about action.
Yeah, we talking about action.
Okay, yeah.
The bitch that was in Man of Steel, she was wrecking fucking Superman.
Right.
Take that bitch versus fucking Shuri.
Right. No, I agree. I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about. 'Cause I think Wakanda
Well,
Forever is better than Superman Man of Steel.
Probably storyline was it?
Or just like
Storyline,
overall,
like-
if I would
Like I
have
said,
just
this
rated,
one of the
I would
better
think
Marvel stories.
Wakanda's
This is one of the better Marvel stories, and it was like, it was funny. I felt people in the audience like laughing. Shit, we
Yeah.
had a clap at the end. It was a little delayed. Niggas was like,
Which one?
"Y'all better clap."
Little tentative.
Superman Man of Steel.
Little tentative.
Huh?
Superman Man of Steel.
What?
What?
So you talking about Superman Man of Steel?
No. I'm talking about Wakanda.
Oh, Wakanda.
Yeah.
That should
They got
definitely have
clap.
comedy, bro. That should definitely have comedy.
No, it had
And it hit
good,
more
it
than
had
usual.
good whimsical moments. Like I didn't mind when they first met Riri and shit like that, or when they were in the garage and shit.
They didn't overdo it.
Nah,
They didn't overdo the comedy, which I appreciated.
she felt black.
Dude,
She felt black.
the only white person in the movie was
The agent.
the agent and then his wife.
No, the two people that were on
The
the
council?
that were diving for the vibranium. All of them were white.
Yeah, they're not main characters. They're
Oh,
like.
they are all white. The colonizers.
The colonizers. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have white people in the UN.
I was thinking
And I
that.
think that's another point for the story for me too. Like both these hidden nations they come from a common thread of colonization and shit like that.
And that made sense in the story.
It made
That was
sense.
great.
Like I said, all the story pieces.
It fit. The parallels between Namor and Shuri, they fit.
And like I
It was
said earlier, if you
consistent.
take one off, it kind of like, for me, kind of feels like it would wobble the story a little bit.
Right.
But
I just think the cinematography wasn't there.
Wasn't there?
I agree.
Actually,
I
wasn't
agree.
there, which is why
I agree.
it put it down at like a 6.5 to 7 for me.
I don't think it's
Cinematography wasn't there.
6.5 though.
What you give
But
She-Hulk?
we could watch it back, so it don't matter.
I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't
What
think I gave it a 7.
From your
I
top,
don't think I
from
gave
your top
it
of
a
your
7.
head, I don't think you give it a 7.
I think you gave it a 6.
I think you give it a 6.
Probably 6 then.
Yeah, I feel like
See,
you gotta give it
bro,
a
so
6.
you think She-Hulk's a 6, and you
All
think
right, sure. I'll give it a 7. Just for you. I'll give it a 7.
no, it's for the sake of the ratings, to be honest, because like
It's how I feel.
It's a
The
whole
rating is
different
how I feel. I feel
No,
like
right.
a 7. It's
But
a
But
solid
just because I put Black Panther at a 7.5 and She-Hulk at a 7.5, I'm not saying they're on the same level.
but that's exactly what you're saying, bro.
No,
No.
because there's different levels. There's a
No.
light, there's a strong,
no,
there's a solid.
no.
Do you understand?
That's when
that?
you start
And a
adding
TV
gray
show,
area.
A TV show is going to be rated differently
Bro,
than a movie. You
If
know
I
what
tell
mean?
somebody,
Facts.
hey, how
That's
much
facts.
do you like me? Give me how much money you like me. If this man give me 20, this man give me 5. I know this man give me more
But,
because he give me a 20.
money is more like absolute with.
But that's
TV,
just value.
Hold on,
That's just
with
not
TV,
money, just
but with
value.
TV and stuff like that, there's so much of it
Yeah.
that there is gray areas, bro.
There's gray areas. There's
Just like
But-
with
but-
music, like with music, a lot of this entertainment shit is just like
Subjective,
oversaturated.
dog.
Yeah,
But
it
But
is
that's why I would
subjective.
say like I would give it like a 7, and then maybe say like, oh, this and this, or you can break it down like to like a 7.2, 7.5. But
Bro.
for me, a 7.5 is a 7.5, no matter is it a show or a movie.
Okay, what
or
other
whatever
movie
it
did
is.
you give a 9? What other movie did you give a 9?
So Spider-Man: No Way Home.
So do you think Spider-Man: No Way Home and this one are exactly the same, or one is better than the other?
I think Wakanda is better than Spider-Man,
There you go.
but I think both of them are great. I'm gonna have to put both in the same league.
But you know one is better than the other.
I would say personally, me, yes.
And there's a gray area.
No,
They're both 9.
but they're both 9, right? But I'm rating them the same. But to say like, hear me out, bro. To say like something, that means, to say that like, oh, She-Hulk, it's a 6, right? And I'm gonna be like, oh, it's in a whole different like She-Hulk is in a whole different league than Wakanda, bro. That's
It
what
is.
I'm
Exactly, it is in a
That's
different
right.
league.
But if your
That's
numbers,
why that's
but if your
7.5
numbers
is
don't
different from this
represent that, that's not
7.5.
what you're saying. It's like it's contradicting. If
Like
it-
he just used your logic, like with you, like with this Wakanda and Spider-Man. Like you said,
Right.
they're both like 9s, but you know that you feel like Wakanda is better than Spider-Man. So there is a gray area.
yeah,
Just
but
like in his, like
in that
7.5,
example, they're
it's like
both
it's a gray area.
9s. But if they're
That's
both,
what he's saying. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Honestly, I'm saying just consider what he's saying.
But all right, let's just go over the ratings. That's how we feel about fucking Wakanda.
That was kind of a messy little. I felt that was a bit messy.
We just got crazy. we just argued our fucking heart out.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's an emotional movie.
That was
You gotta have an
amazing.
emotional
it's
video.
an emotional review. It's emotion in here, bro.
It's passion. That's why we review things. We're passionate.
One of my favorite characters though is fucking that boy Gone. I thought the naming and everything though, like the what was the they didn't call it Atlantis, they called it what? Talokan.
I did like the
Everything-
outfits too.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
No,
Namor's outfit
fire.
was fire.
The
And then he had a headdress.
Yeah.
Shit
Bro.
was crazy.
Does his? Do you think his little wing shit is gonna recover, or what the fuck is that gonna?
Yeah, she
like, is
tore
he
that
flightless?
off.
You're gonna need a Wakanda that shit, like some vibranium on it
Yeah.
or something.
Or like next time we see him as like metal or some shit, or
I don't know, bro.
lost his powers.
He's a mutant, so he probably heal that shit back. He'll probably be-
Low key, as far as flying goes, I wouldn't like those little wings.
Like, it's
to
too,
fly
like,
far,
it's
but
too
agile,
fragile.
he was just like a fucking fly.
Agile, sure,
He is fly.
but I need to just fly.
Like
It's meant for fight
Superman's-
scenarios.
Like Superman.
Yeah. Superman flight versus his, I'll take Superman's. But like, yeah, he
They probably
he felt like
better
an aerial
help him better
assault.
with-
Like,
It was good. It
in
was
the
good.
air, y'all niggas was not catching.
He was a problem.
Yeah.
It felt like he could take down all of
No, and that's what I'm saying. That was the best fight scene in the movie.
Yeah.
They were a problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we'll
that
be
was-
ready for him in a week's time.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think we could figure out Black Panther? Here's the thing. Why don't they have multiple Black Panthers?
because they lost the flowers
No, I'm saying at the same time.
because of the tradition or culture or something like that.
Fuck.
Yeah, royal family line.
Yeah, I don't see.
that?
That's just culture. I don't even know why.
Give that boy, what's his name? The devil woman guy?
Devil woman guy.
The ball demon guy?
Oh, Okoye.
Okoye? Give him one. He's asking for it.
It's a girl.
That's a girl.
No, not Okoye. The guy that told her that.
Oh, M'Baku.
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 Give M'Baku that.
Oh.
He's a leader.
Is he in the first one? He was kind of ass.
No, he's a leader to his own people.
That flower shit is like super soldier essentially, like vibranium.
It is.
Super
It's
soldier.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's
Yo,
like-
why are comic books like that? Like, let's just call this like the same power, different things.
Oh, did
You
it
gotta
say
deal with the writers. You
I
gotta
feel like
deal
Black
with the writers.
Panther, like his powers are more. He's faster, you know what I'm saying? He's
I
faster than
think-
Captain America.
I think it's just because I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I don't know.
But all right, let's end it. It's
What's
already
the
long
what's
enough.
the numbers here?
Numbers for me, I'll give it a 7 just for Camacho.
You already know 9.
Stay strong.
I'll give it 7.5. I'll give 7.5, man. I did enjoy the story a lot, but the action, you gotta knock that shit
I
out.
think it was a 7.5. Barely scratching the 8 because I did
Oh, yeah,
like
it's like
8,
parts
dude?
of it.
Like,
I'm
it's like
scratching
8.
8, but like
That's how I felt leaving the theater too. I was like 7.5, light 8.
yeah, because there were points to it. It was just
Yeah.
I felt like there were a lot more cons.
I
than
felt
there were
6.5
pros.
going out. with that.
Like the fucking what were they called? The Night Angels or some shit like that.
Guardian
I-
Angels look trash.
I
Or
did not
Midnight
like
Angels.
that. Midnight Angels.
They're trash.
Oh, the two.
The two
Those
blue
trash.
suits.
No, those suits.
I
were
did like the
awesome, though.
flying scene
You
though.
thought they were awesome.
Yeah.
I like them.
Iron
flying.
You
Heart
like the
suit.
look of them?
The suits were cool. The suits were cool. Like, hope for the water situation that they're in, like, it makes sense, bro.
All right, that's
No,
Clutch
no,
City
no,
review.
no.
I was a little, it was a cool armor, bro. I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
cool.
outside
Bro.
Even the way it came off, like just half of it was there, it didn't look good. Bro.
Nah, bro. I
It
thought
was like
Yeah,
some-
especially when he took her face off and shit and the dreads. I'm like,
yeah, it was
fake
like
ass predator
dreads,
and
like
shit.
yeah, predator type.
Come on,
Ew.
bro.
The color was off. The fucking helmet with the like.
She really
googly
looked like a
eyes
bald
was
headed
off.
demon with that shit. No kissy.
No.
I thought the armor looked cool. I don't know what the fuck y'all want, like another Iron Man or
it's
some
not-
shit.
I
like,
thought it was funny as fuck when she
Painted
got
black or
fired,
some shit.
dude.
What?
That
Oh,
queen was
no,
getting into
no,
it.
She
She
got
was like,
fired.
I lost my son, and now my daughter.
That shit
My
was
husband
emotional.
is
That
dead.
part was emotional,
I
bro.
felt it though. But
And you sided with Killmonger.
right. I mean, that is a fact.
But she was
bro.
spitting facts though. She
Yeah.
really
No,
did
she-
all that.
yeah,
No, she was spitting facts. I love that. The acting was good in the movie. The acting and the dialogue, phenomenal in
We
the movie.
keep saying story was good. Story was good.
The story was.
Just the technical details weren't there. They weren't detailed. The details weren't there.
Execution wasn't there.
Yeah.
Action wasn't
I
details.
felt
Action just.
Action. Yeah, fact.
But that's
anyway,
an overall. I think that's a Clutch City 7.
That's a Clutch City 8.
8?
Because you got 7.5, 7.5, 7, 9's probably.
Yeah, an 8. An 8.
Probably 8.
All right, Clutch City 8.
So, that's the Clutch City verdict. You know what I mean?
It's
So
a
this
tough
is
one
my
to get
rank.
through that.
We got my dog,
BMP.
my man.
Camacho.
Oz.
Young Ramon in the zone for the whole city. I'm putting on, man.
Yes,
Clutch
sir.
City signing out.
Deuces.